The World Table Tennis Championships are returning to London after 100 years, and for the first time since this tournament started. To mark the centenary, 10 table tennis tables are being installed at some of the capital's most famous landmarks. Our correspondent Jeff Moody is at one of the sites in London. Jeff, are those tables gold? I can't quite see.
They are gold, yes, the colour of centenaries. And what a centenary this is, Jamie. 100 years since that first tournament in London back in 1926. Well, the game and the tournament itself has changed considerably over the last 10 decades. The game itself is much more aggressive, much more competitive than it was. And the competition itself is something that started off with a few pioneering nations getting involved. Now it's something that's capable of filling Olympic stadiums throughout the world. It really has taken off. We've heard of the term table tennis diplomacy, haven't we? When countries in the 70s and the 80s that really didn't have very much in common in terms of language and culture would come together over a table tennis table and really learn more about each other's cultures. Well, to celebrate and to kick off this centenary, the Federation has placed 10 gold table tennis tables in various locations across London, outside various landmarks, and they're encouraging people to hunt for gold, to try and find those tables. I've managed to find one. It's just outside St Paul's Cathedral. Everyone has gathered here for the big unveiling, which really kicks off the whole ceremony and the whole championships. We've got Ping, who is the mascot, who has been running around town all day to all of the various locations to launch all of the different table tennis tables. So are we ready, guys? Are we ready to launch the championships for 2026? We'll do it in 3, 2, 1, shall we? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Look at that. The championships 2026 have finally been launched, Jamie.
Jeff, we're just all worried here that you might be beaten by a soft toy, but let me ask you, tell us more about the event itself.
Well, it kicks off throughout April and into May too. There are 64 women's teams, 64 men's teams as well. And they're going to be competing, some of them, 7 of those teams at the OVO Stadium in Wembley. Others will be in various other locations dotted around the capital. And then at the end, the knockouts will come together for a big knockout final at the arena, at the OVO Arena, later in a few weeks' time. And then when that's all done and dusted, it's time to look east. All eyes will be looking at Macau, where the big final, the World Cup final, takes place later in the year. One thing I've learnt today, Jamie, is that I'm no good at table tennis.